Hello you guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be going through all the new features of iOS 26 re-release candidate. So let's go to our settings here, go to general, about, and then iOS version. We're on 23A5276F. We also get a modem firmware update, which is 30106. So this is iOS 26. So the cool thing about this feature is that you have live wallpaper. So when you rotate or move the screen around, you could see the background moving with the rotation of the phone. So it's kind of pretty cool feature. I honestly do like it. A lot of people did not like the first beta version of iOS 26 when it came to the control center and notifications. A lot of people were saying that the background blur was not really, blurry enough. It didn't hide the icons in the background very well. And now with this version, it does blur out the backgrounds and applications very well. And a lot of the buttons that you see here are more defined now. So they have actually changed the design to look more elegant and glossy finish. There's also a cool new animation when you go into the jiggle mode, and if you tap on edit, it kind of bounces, it kind of flies in front or in the back of the notch there. So it kind of flies right out there. So it's pretty cool animation. Let me do that again. Press and hold, kind of pops right out. Pretty cool animation. I do like this more animation than the previous version. The previous version just popped right in front of you. This gives it kind of cool, like a whoosh from the background. So I actually do like this animation better. So there's one cool new thing about Safari as well. It's one of the things I had to get used to, which was the new controllers down here. You now have a back button and also a forward button. So if we go back a page, now you have these two controls down here to go backwards and forwards between different pages. Also now if you tap on these three little dots here in the bottom, you'll have bookmarks and all tabs down here in the bottom, which is more natural when our thumb is down here instead of reaching all the way up here where it was before. Also, a neat thing about this new feature is that when you go back down here, go to your tabs, it brings you all to your tabs that you've opened. Before in beta 1, we had to open the new page plus icon down here. It was originally up here for some reason, but now they brought it down here, which is much easier to reach and open a new page. You don't have to reach all the way up here to open a new page. Now it's easily, conveniently down here, just tap and open up a page. Also in this new beta version, if you go to your settings, sounds and haptics, and if we go to our ringtone and we go up to where it says reflections, default, it has a new ringtone name that says Alt 1, which I think they're going to change later down once they fully release it to the public. So this is a new ringtone. Let me turn this up for you. Also a cool new feature in beta 2, if you go to the wallet app and tap on the top three dots in the corner, you can now track your orders from mail. Siri will use order-related information from mail to update your order status in wallet. You can change this anytime in the wallet Apple settings, which is very cool. So you just hit allow, and right here you're going to see a lot of your tracking information of orders that you have previously in beta 1. If we went to the camera app, when you tapped on the different settings up here, it did not indicate you what setting you had on when you toggled it. So it would just go back and forth between the animations up here, but now it does indicate and tell you what options you have turned on. Same with night mode on, night mode off as well. Same when it goes to dark mode. If you go to dark mode, it will indicate and tell you that it will be in night mode. Another cool feature in iOS 26, if we go over to Notes app here, and if we tap on one of our notes here, we have the options to change the fonts and any other things to add attachments. I would normally use the bold and underlined features as well. And now in iOS 26, it's very smart enough to know that you normally will use those other features such as bold and underline. So if we double tap here, it'll automatically switch over for you instead of you having to scroll over to get those features. Also in this version, if we go to our settings here, go down to battery, and we go to power mode, we have a new description for low power mode. Before it was just a smaller text, but now it gives you more detailed information about low power mode. Apple has also released a cool recovery mode assistant. So recovery assistant is a new way to recover your device if it doesn't start up normally, it can look for problems and attempt to resolve them if found. Before, in that recovery mode, you would have to connect your phone or tablet to your computer to recover all your information that was lost, but now you're not going to have to connect it to any laptop or computer to do so. It'll automatically recover it for you using an iPad or any other device. Also, if we take a screenshot from anywhere and you open it up here, down here it'll have a couple options to either ask ChatGPT, or it'll automatically recognize and scan the website or image that you have here. So if we ask ChatGPT, tap in this icon, ask ChatGPT for more information by capturing and sending what's in view, which is a pretty cool feature. In beta 1, they did not have that feature. So if we go to our lock screen and to the widget mode, if we tap on any of our widget and say, for example, we tap on these three here, there is slightly sometimes a bug when it came to the clock. So if I brought this up here and I brought my widgets up here as well, I don't know if that's a bug or what's going on, but it kind of overlaps the clock. It doesn't really lock into place like I thought it would. So it just goes back up. Now it's working perfectly fine, but sometimes it's like lagging or not giving me more information about my widgets. Previously in beta 1, if you tapped on your album cover, this control here will go up a little bit more just to give more space to your widgets that you had down here, but now it's fully all the way down to the bottom, so it gives you more full screen of your album cover and controls. So in beta 2, the battery life has changed a lot. It does last you longer depending on how much you use it and what applications you're using. Also, with the new redesign as well, coming with the control center, the battery life does take a challenge, and it should last you longer in this version than in beta 1. In beta 1, you can notice right away when there's a little stutters or lagginess. If you go to settings, going between different applications, scrolling between the apps and settings, it was very laggy, it was very glitchy. But now in beta 2, the animation and everything else has been fixed. It's very smooth and should be fine. In beta 2, I don't know what the battery life was in the beginning of this video, but now we're down to 83. I believe I was at 95 or 90, but the battery life should last a pretty long time in this version. Obviously this is still a beta, so it does drain out the battery as well, but I think it's doing pretty well, to be honest. Also, the phone still gets kind of hot in your hands, not as much as it did in beta 1. In beta 2, it still gets warm, but not as very hot. You could definitely cook something on the back of the phone. Apple is really random sometimes when it comes to their betas, so we really don't know when they will actually release. Normally they do keep a schedule, but Apple is Apple. They will randomly announce it or just randomly put it out to the public. Hopefully we'll be seeing public betas pretty soon as well. And that is it, you guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoy this video. Like if you haven't yet already, subscribe and share, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.